Love is not enough for a person whose pride and ego are so strong that they can't admit that they're broken. I posted a video a couple weeks ago with the revelation that God gave me that his love is enough. He began to minister to me this morning of how pride even makes it hard for his love to penetrate the heart of a person. Pride was the first sin in heaven. God's love could not penetrate the pride of Satan. And so this gives me the revelation that when people are in relationships with another person that struggles with pride, your love will never be enough. They will tell you, this is how I receive love, and I need you to do this for me, or I need you to do that for me. And you'll do all these things, and it may be good for a moment, but it won't last, especially when that pride is rooted in triggers and trauma and hurt and pain. That person has to first admit that they have a problem. That person has to first admit that they're broken. If I could simplify it for you, when a Christian first comes into the knowledge of salvation, in order to receive Christ, they have to admit that they need a savior. They have to admit that they are broken. They have to admit that the way that they have been doing life without Jesus does not work. I need that type of love so that I can be whole again. It is upon the confession of your faith that allows Jesus to come into your life. So upon that confession, you allow love to come in. So a person who struggles with pride, they first have to confess that they have a problem. They first have to confess that they have an issue. They first have to confess that I am broken. When a farmer is about to plant seeds, he first breaks up the ground. He breaks up the ground because it makes it more fertilized, more soft, and more receptive to the seed that's about to go in. You first have to become broken and admit that you're broken for the seed of love to come in and do what it's supposed to do. And so a person who struggles with pride, who can't admit that they have issues, who in some aspects can't admit that they're the problem, who can't say I'm broken, love is not enough for that person. So to some of y'all's point of how love is not enough, I guarantee you 99% of the time it wasn't enough because the person that you were in a relationship struggled with pride, and it was challenging for them to say that they had a problem.